Hi everyone, it's Ayosia here. I just thought I'd say hello in person. It's a Saturday morning, it's super sunny outside and I'm going to go and get a coffee, even though I can quite happily make one here, but I just need to get some fresh air. So I thought I'd take you with me on a little walk, and then I'm going to come back and make some rose tags for journals because I need to get on with that. So yeah, just thought I'd say hello in person and have a lovely Saturday. Bye bye. Back from getting my coffee, so I was faffing about actually, so now consequently I only have less than an hour to do something because I have to go out again this afternoon. So, but anyway, I just wanted to come on here to say hello and also to film just a little bit. I've been thinking about a rose journal that I'm working on, so I need to make some bits of ephemera for that journal. So last Saturday, actually, it was exactly a week ago, I painted these watercolors. I'm so pleased with how they turned out. I think that's upside down. I just playing around with painting rose wreaths and borders, and yeah, I'm just really pleased with how they turned out for a rose frame. And another thing, anyway, I scanned them in and I think I'm going to make them into printable, but I'll come back and talk about that properly because my mind is too scattered at the minute. But I am going to use those in the journal, not the originals, the prints. I printed them out onto ivory paper and they've printed out quite nice. I also was playing around with making some patterned paper, and so I might use that in some of I did various sizes. So I might use that in some of the tags that I make. I'm not entirely sure actually what I'm going to do, as always, so I'm just going to get started. I rescued a whole bunch of paper out of the recycling yesterday here at the library, so I'm going to use it was all writing paper, letter-headed, but I can't show you because it's got the address on it, but I'm going to fold it in half and use that as a base for collaging, so I feel like I'm going to put that to good use. So yeah, that's what I'm going to do. So these are going to be quite narrow tags, I think. Well, short tags, but that's okay because I need to use up the paper. The pollen count is high again. That's it. So yeah, I've just folded it in half and I'm going to start collaging on it. Now, what I need to try and get my head back into that mode, because the last few weeks I've been working on children's journals and they've been super duper colourful. I'm trying to get back into like that vintage headspace with tea-dyed stuff, and well, I'm just gonna use up my scraps really. I've got loads of them. And see if I can try a more muted colour palette. I don't think I'll succeed, but it's worth a try, isn't it? It's nice. I'm just gathering bits and pieces. I don't actually know what I'm doing. Got some random collage page here. So let's see. Let's see if I can get my groove back. My collaging groove back. So how's everybody doing? Hope everyone's having a lovely Saturday. Today's Saturday. And yes, thank you for welcome to all my new subscribers. That's super exciting. I've almost reached 2,000 subscribers, which I can't quite believe. Started this channel with 3, my husband and 2 daughters, so it's just always an honor and hugely exciting and encouraging that people would want to watch this little corner of the internet. So I'm going to stick that down. It's just a scrap bit of paper. I always feel a lot better when the sun is shining. I feel really optimistic and hopeful and motivated and energized and all the rest of it. So I'm definitely feeling a lot brighter today, which is good. What shall I use on this lovely page? Let me see. I've got a folder next to me with all sorts of bits and pieces. Got some of my rose collage pages. Thank you to everyone who's purchased them. It's really amazing. To see them being used. Oh, I've got tons of them. I think some of these were trials that when I was doing trial prints, you know, to check the colours and things. So I've also got some of my artwork on stickers. Some of Rachel's lovely labels. Well, I probably shouldn't fish them all out because then I'll be in mayhem on the desk as always. So let me just prep a few bits and pieces that I might want to use. I like this corner of the page because I'm going for a vintage feel. I've not got my tearing skills really. So let me put that down. Well, I'm covering up all of that grid paper. Was there any point in... I don't want to cover it all up, so let me cut. I feel like I haven't done a craft with me for a long time. In fact, I don't feel like I have. I know that I haven't done one. And so I'm really out of practice. I'm so used to working quietly. Lately I have been. Bit of distress ink wouldn't go amiss. I'll just put that down anyway and then see. I'm just planning to layer various bits. I probably won't get very many tags done, but this will help me get in the mood. It's bank holiday weekend this weekend, so Monday is also a holiday day, so that's good. Okay, so I'm going to back this also with tea-dyed paper or other paper, because so you won't see the print, because I tend to actually stitch, machine stitch a few things down just for an extra added texture, and then I back it with tea-dyed paper. Try and layer some lace maybe on here. Yeah, so I'll just put a tiny bit of little corner of lace on that tag. This first one is probably going to take me ages. I need my fabric scissors, but of course they're out of my reach. Takes a while sort of to get your eye back in, or to get, I don't know, to wake up your brain to I probably should have done a couple before I started filming, but of course I didn't. So yeah, it just, I don't know, I find with me anyway, it takes a while to get my eye back in. I don't know if that makes sense. Like it's a bit like with anything. If you're going to do a dance class, you'd do a warm-up, wouldn't you? Or if you were going to go for a run, you'd do a bit of stretching. But I suppose with anything, you need to give your brain and body time to, you know, to warm up. So I'm warming up like here because what does it need? A sticker or a label? Maybe I'll try one of Rachel's labels. Rachel at Roxy Creations, who I am hugely inspired by. This sticker will work, but I have no fingernails. There we are. Stickers, stickers, stickers. No, yes, well, yes. Need something else. And I don't want to get up, but I know my lace is not on my desk, so I'll have to use what's on my desk. I feel like I need another layer of lace or doily or something, but instead I'm just going to find something that's on my desk. Some pretty fabric. That looks quite nice. Okay. What else? What else? What else does it need? Yeah, it needs lace. I'm gonna have to get up and go and get it. Oh, look at this lovely little piece here. This is vintage. I'll keep that for something else. Oh, but I'm covering up the label. Maybe there. Maybe here. It's covering up the fabric, but I actually don't mind because it's peeking. The fabric is peeking through. So let me get that down and call this one done already. I'm going to stitch all these things down. I'll try and show a little bit of the fabric. So that's quite nice. There's a little bit of lace peeking through there, a bit of fabric, and then another layer of lace. And then that can go, it'll be like that. I think that's really pretty actually. So let me just stick down the other side. I'm going to stitch it as I said, so, and then back this with paper, with tea-dyed paper, which is what I tend to do with all my tags. It does take a little longer, but I've just got used to doing it that way. Anything else? Any more for any more? Any more for any more? Nope. I sort of like that. I really do. But it doesn't entirely go. Well, I'll leave this here for now. So that's one, isn't it? One-ish. There we go. Okay, so this is on my desk. Let me just stick this down. That fits quite nicely. Just a little bit of postcard. This paper. Yeah, so I'm just going to stick that down. Okay. Oh my gosh, it's so warm in here. I feel like I'm going to combust. I can't open the window though because it's noisy outside. I'm going to need to get a fan, but that would probably be noisy as well. I'm actually quite excited about moving today, even though, I mean, I don't know where we're moving to yet, and we don't actually need to move for another few months. But I'm looking forward to having a change. This flat is actually really dark. The light is really difficult to work in. So I'm always having to use artificial light. And what else? Yes, I'm looking forward to a brighter space if that's possible. Where are my doilies? My paper doilies. Oh, here they are. It's quite pretty. I might cut this actually. Oh, it's quite nice this way up. Wasn't even thinking. I was thinking about it that way up. But it makes sense this way up, doesn't it? Because of the writing. Although in the journal it probably will go that way because I don't know. Might be that wide. I'm not sure. So I'm going to. Where was I going to put this? I was going to put this. I'm going to put this here maybe. I'll cut it in half. Okay. What else? What else? What else? What else shall we do? On this label, on this tag. I don't know what to do. See, that's pretty. See, I'm really liking this lace over fabric look. just having the fabric peeking through. I'm just going to go for it. This way. Yes, so it kind of tones it down a little bit, doesn't it? I think this one is done. So yeah, obviously with the stitching and stuff. So next one, I hope I'm speeding up. Okay. Oh yes, I have some paper here. Some trusty paper chase paper. I'll have to stick it down then cut it because I can't judge it. I can't gauge it. Need to check the time. Okay, I've probably got time for one more. Oh, that's super colourful, isn't it? My internal dialogue. If only you could hear it. You know the way to silence the inner critic is to keep showing up. That's what I say. Well, I know it to be true. Just keep showing up. And eventually it will cease. I was reading something about that in a book. I think it was in Elizabeth Gilbert's Big Magic. She talks about inspiration, I think. I can't remember that. I shouldn't really quote something when I'm not entirely sure whether it is from there. But it is. Anyway, that's a really great book to read on creativity. Elizabeth Gilbert's Big Magic. And she talks about inspiration and it being linked to showing up, you know. And how just the simple act of showing up honours our creativity. And I really do believe that. Because some days it's a struggle. It's a struggle to just honour what we have and see it as enough and see it as, you know, okay. It doesn't have to be perfect. It has value just as it is, and in any event we all have to start somewhere. Really, every day you're starting again in the day that you're in. What shall we put here? Pocket, I think, because it's really pretty. So let me see what I've got in here. Yes, So I've got this bit of a scan of a tag I did. So I'm going to put that on as another layer. I'm covering up most of what I had on there before though. Covering up that bit. If I make it, how about if I rip it? Yes, so then you can see a little hint of it. A lot of collage is just kind of layering, isn't it? Don't want to cover up all that. I've put glue on it already. Now I'm trying to rip it. Yeah, it can tell you it's not a sensory pleasure. Trying to rip paper that's already got glue on it. It's my idea of sensory hell. Yeah. I'm going to stitch around all that with a zigzag stitch. What do you need? Little tag. It's got quite a bit of lace on it already. So a little label maybe? I quite like this because it's got a bit of, I don't know if that's grey, and there's a little bit of grey there, I don't know, a little bit of the swirlies matches. It's not offending my eye, let's put it that way. With collaging, a lot of the time it's really colours and textures matching. It's sort of, I don't know, your eye does a trick where it kind of makes it work, and if it doesn't work then you'll know because it won't be pleasing to your eye. So that's usually the way I judge it. I just go, does that look okay? Does it feel good? It's not jarring. It's not offending. Is it pleasing? Then good. See, if I was to put that there, I'd go, no, 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 no. So I know. I know that's not going to work. So that's 3 tags. We're getting there. 3, maybe one more. Can you, can you bear to see me do one more? Although I forget, you've been on a walk with me as well, so maybe when I put it all together, it won't be a boring video, so I forget. So, what should we do on this last one? Ooh, that's very bright. Very bright. Should play with it really off screen because then I'll have a better idea of what I can do with it. But as with all things, I tend to be a little bit more spontaneous. Probably could have printed it out on ivory paper rather than this bright white that I have here. I haven't cut that very well. But let's see if we can mute it down with a bit of layering. No, too much pattern. No. Too much pattern. You know what I'm going to do? I'm going to make this into a tag with a pocket. A tag within a tag. Because then I can put a tag in there and this would just be the background. And then I'll also make it that you can write on the back. I'll put some tea-dyed paper on the back and stitch it all. So that's what I'm going to do. So, can I do this without having to fish out my sewing machine? I almost said washing machine. That would be interesting, wouldn't it? Trying to put a washing machine on here. Yes, Cece, I like that. It's a bit of a doily here. The tea dyed is contrasting too much with the white, which I've got some white, bit of white doily here. Might help us to bring it together. Let me just cut off a bit and see. It's a big pocket on such a small tag. I do sort of like that. Hi darling, I'm just filming. Let me turn this off. Okay, yes, so I'm gonna just layer these things on. I should pin. I'm going to stitch them. I don't know why I'm using this glue with fabric. It's not going to work. I'm just trying to secure it enough for me to stitch it on the sewing machine. This is a sticker, but you know what? I'm not going to start fiddling about with that because I'm going to sew it anyway. So let me cut this anyway to size so you can see what I'm trying to do. So yeah, that will be like one piece. After I've sewed it, it will just be one piece, and then that will sew that onto there, and that will be a pocket. So I just need to find a tag or something that I could use for a pocket. But do you know what? I think I'm going to need to stop anyway because of time. So I don't know. I didn't really do very much on this video, but we made 4 tags. So there's that one. There's that one. I'll try and film again over the weekend, and probably then I can show you how this one ended up. So thank you so much for watching, and I shall see you soon. Lots of love. Bye bye.